Hi, Darklings.
It's us again.
I let her start that one.
Yeah. Andy, Julie, from the Vapour Mists.
Yes. We've had some stuff through.
Yeah, some more vape mail.
Which is a box with a red star on it. Isn't that cute?
That's not a star, that's a dot.
Oh, I'm sorry, dot. Yeah, okay. Never confused. Look, if I match it up with that one on the recording dot,
No, they won't see that.
I know, but I can amuse myself.
Okay. You're amusing yourself on reviews now.
I know. Right, what's in the box?
Ooh, it's red.
It is red.
Ah, that's why the red dot. Okay, fine.
Yes. Yeah, I can't get in there. I shall show you what it is in a minute.
Yes. See? Bag.
Containing something with a red tip. Let's have a look.
Oh, dear me. There we go. I've dropped something. Back in a minute.
She's going down, people. Pure minds.
Earth, was it?
Something.
Is that it?
I don't know. You dropped it.
Yes.
Wasn't it?
Very absolutely minute. Here it goes. Here we are. That is what. That is what I dropped. It's a wonder I found it again. It's a tiny little ring with some grippy bits on the outside.
Yes, it's for adjusting.
Yep.
So what we got here is one of these.
It's a tank.
Yes, it's a Hybrid Atty Pro tank from e-cig London.
Carl.
Thank you. Right, now, if you pull the top off of that for me, please, darling.
It's a pull, not a screw.
No, it's a pull.
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 Are you sure it's not a screw?
Pull.
Are you sure you're not supposed to undo that screw? There's a screw
Absolutely
in it.
positive.
Ah, got it. I nearly punched you then. There we go.
She's dangerous.
Very.
Now, the good thing about this one is why I can do this one at the moment is that this comes pre-made or pre-coiled when you get it.
Yeah.
Which means that someone like me doesn't have to worry about trying to find someone who's willing to do me mesh and stuff like that. As you can see, that one's come pre-done, ready for use. Now I'll do a test on that and find out what its ohmage is out of the box. But actually, I think a lot more of this type of build could do with doing that. You know, pre-coil it and send it out to customers, because people tend to want to be able to dive straight in. Yes, there are people out there who would rather build one first, but if it comes straight out of the box for someone like me, that's absolutely a brilliant idea.
It gives them an idea of whether they would actually like to go into building the Atties themselves, because what you have, whether you've seen any other reviews on the rebuilding, if you look at the black, if we use the back of that, don't know if the contrast will show up well enough. If you look at the black spike sticking up, it has very tiny wires wrapped around it, and that is the mesh with the coil around it.
Well, the wires of the coil.
The wires of the coil, and that is what you can build. Much, I'd say cheaper than you can buy them ready built.
Plus, you can make them at what
resistance
you want them at.
How you want and everything. But for people like Andy who can't do the fiddly, you have to find a way to roll the mesh up, and then you have to hold it straight and still while you wind the wire around a certain number of times for a certain number of ohmage. If you can't do it, or you can't be bothered to do it, buying them ready built, ready made, is a great idea.
Yeah, it takes it out of the equation, doesn't it?
Yeah.
But it's very simple as well. If you look on the top there, it's actually screw heads onto there. And you've got the nail bits here.
That's what I dropped, was the little...
So you've got the nail bits here, you've got a spare,
Yeah.
Nail bits here, which makes changing them easy if you have dexterity. Obviously, I don't. But a lot of these tend to be smooth, or the early ones tended to be smooth, which could make changing them very, very difficult.
Very, very fiddly.
Yeah.
They're still fiddly.
In this one you don't.
But less fiddly.
Yeah, but it's like a bespoke, isn't it? You know, as in you can make the resistance and the mesh
exactly how you want it.
Yeah, your sweet spot, your sweet makeup. So I'm not going to show you making up the mesh and stuff because I can't.
I would have to do it, and I ain't got the time.
Anybody out there who's willing to make me meshes, way, but unfortunately I can't. But because it comes pre-made, I can show you this one in operation, out the box. Okay, so I'm going to put it on Mr. Tez at the moment. Mr. Tez. Basically because I want to get an ohms reading on it. I want to see what the resistance is.
You're going to make me do one of those, build one, aren't you?
Well, if you wanted to. Okay, so this one comes out. Let's wait till it goes out and I can redo it again for you. And that one's coming out at 1.5.
Ooh, there.
There we go, 1.50. Nice.
You haven't got anything in it.
No, which is why I pressed that button and not that button.
Okay.
Yeah, remember, don't press the fire button, people, if it hasn't got anything in it. Never recommended. Whoop, nick up, sorry.
How to fill.
How to fill, right, okay. Well, basically get some liquid and fill. See that hole there?
Oh, it's a tiny little
Yes.
holy. Where's the syringe?
Oof.
There's the syringes there, or with the nipple top. What have we got there?
That'll do.
Yeah,
Yeah, that'll do. See whether it'll fit
Gummy
in.
bear. Will that fit in the hole?
Yeah, it's a bit
Not
small,
really.
so
No.
I wouldn't actually say that would. And there may be enough in there, or decant some of that.
After a bit of decanting, we found a slightly smaller spike-headed bottle top. Yeah, that goes
Straight
in.
down. Yep.
Straight in, and just
And squeeze.
squeeze.
And
It
squeeze.
would have to be a thick liquid.
And squeeze.
How much does this take?
3 mil, I believe.
I can't. Yeah, 3 mil capacity.
Told you.
It's cleanable, but take the coils off first. Coil and mesh off, obviously. Is that going to be enough, do you think?
Yeah, that's enough for that. Okay, so you can see the mesh there. We should now be starting to wick.
Oh, shall I put a
It's
drop
on the
on there
inside
just
of
to...
civics. Yes, I was going to say that. We are going to do that as well. So
There's-
what you want to do is lightly just put the drops over the mesh and the coil, which will prime.
Yeah.
And hopefully I've got this up high enough. You probably can't see it from over there.
Ooh.
That should do. That'll do.
I've dribbled a bit.
Yeah,
bit
that's
too
cool.
much.
Don't worry.
We sometimes doing these, we have to take little shortcuts like priming it because you don't want to be sat here with us for 3 minutes
so
waiting
it's,
for it to. Ooh,
Let's just make sure.
that's working.
Look, we don't have any hot spots anywhere. You can see there.
What do you mean by hot spots?
It's glowing.
Oh, okay.
You see, you got a little bit of spin there. That's where you filled there.
Okay,
Just pulse it a little bit just to make sure. But there's no glowing. There's no hot spots. That is basically ready to
Does
go.
it need a little bit of
So, well, what are you doing? No,
just
no, no.
cleaning it up a little bit?
That's fine. Don't
Okay.
worry about it.
I'm
We don't want
fussing
to take
too much.
anything off. Yes, you are.
Is that the top you need?
Yes, it is. Where's the liquid? Because we're going to put a couple more drops on there just to ensure that the wicking process has actually kicked in.
Okay.
It's on the end. The sheer professionalism and
Yes.
way we set up
See?
here is
Ta-da.
excellent.
the tippy bit came off.
Ooh, it smells nice.
Get in there. Right.
We've had that before. Right. Pure minds.
Yeah,
That should do quite nicely.
That
There we
doesn't.
go.
It must be a very fine mesh though, because that doesn't
Yes.
look meshy.
I don't know whether this one
Whoops.
says it
Dropsy.
was 400 or it doesn't actually say.
Yes, it does. 400 steel mesh
Yeah, there we
and
go.
Kanthal heat wire
Included.
including the kit. Now,
Yeah.
the whole kit comes. Obviously, we just had the Atty for the review purposes. Now, when you buy it as a kit, you get the Clearamizer version tank system, 3 ml capacity. You can use water to wash and clean it. Obviously, take the coil out. Plexiglass tank. When you do your own coil, you can set the resistance to your own wishes. It's got a 510 Ego thread on it. It says there's 100% no leakage. 400 steel mesh Kanthal wire. You get a free screwdriver. 2 free spare O-rings. Oh, there's a spare O-ring down on the floor somewhere. The ready-made
nice.
the ready-made metal mesh wick is around 1.8. It showed what on there?
1.5, wasn't it? Wait a minute, let's just do a confirmation?
Yeah.
1.5. Yep.
Yeah. It is saying that the wire and the coil will last for 300 to 600 puffs, depending on the e-liquid. It will also depend on how long you puff for.
Yeah, there's a lot of variables there, really, to be fair.
Obviously, it's repeating itself. It's rebuildable. 3 different colours: stainless steel, red, or black.
With the stainless steel, you do have to pay slightly extra, I believe. I'll just confirm that if you give me a second. Stainless steel is add £2 to the cost on that one, so it goes from 13.59 to 15.
Collar bit that's the change of
if it's
colour.
in stainless, then
the rest of these rings are in stainless. It's just the collar here that is in black or red or stainless.
I thought I'd go red because, well, it's different, isn't it? Let's be honest. But taste-wise and production-wise, it's actually quite nice straight out the box as it comes. What I just found on that one is it does come with its drip tip, which is colour coded to what you buy, but it's quite loose, to be fair. So, that stands probably a chance of being lost as you're out and about. But it will take whichever one you want to put in it. A 510 drippers. He says hopefully that one's a bit tight, but it will go in there. Unfortunately, not all drip tips are created equal, as I'm sure most of you are aware of. So I'm just using that one in there at the moment.
Right. How's it vaping?
Vapes very well, to be fair.
Wait a minute. You haven't pressed the red collar there.
It needs to be down a bit further, does it?
Yeah, that's it.
My fingers, sorry.
Yeah.
Produces very well straight out of the box, ready to go. As I say, I wish the oil would do this. If anything else, when you get stuff, sometimes it's not right for you. So if it's pre-made, you don't have to go through the effort of having to, I know it sounds bad, but you don't have to go through the act of making up the coil and the mesh and everything to put in it, to actually test it, to then decide, oh, this isn't for me. As it comes out the box, that is very, very nice and very handy. And it's colour coded. I got a red one. Could be worse. It could be purple. Shall we try it on another thing? That's on the Tezzy. Let's try it on the MVP. Obviously, it's going to look a bit odd because it's on that one, and it's got a red tip on it.
I'm just going to have a little wander through.
There you go. That's on the MVP with it, obviously with the plinth on it to make it nice and smooth.
I'm just looking at the pictures on the website here.
What we set out here.
Ooh, the stainless looks very nice. The drip tip is
the same type,
shaped the same.
Yes,
but it's very, very shiny, chromy. Okay, I'm getting infected with this shiny-itis you have.
It does get everybody.
Yes.
Eventually everybody gets shiny-itis or stealthy-itis. Little devices or little black devices and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But that's extremely nice.
Yeah, I'm just going through. Yeah, because he's just slurping away, sucking away on his device.
But that, if you'll shut that down again for me, thank you, is a Hybrid Atty Pro, available from e-cig.com. .com.
Yes.
I'll put it down the bottom.
Yep. Okay. Single unit costs £13.59. The stainless costs an extra £2. That'll make it £15.59. 2 up to 5 units works out at £12.79 per item.
Or £14.79 if you're having a stainless.
Yeah.
So you get a reduction there again as well.
Yeah.
As it goes straight out the box, thumbs up. Works straight away. Like I say, just make sure you test the ohmage, don't fire it when it's empty, which is obvious, and give it a little bit of a prime as well, just to make sure, and a test burn to make sure you haven't got the hot spots on it.
Just wet your wick.
Wet your wick, yes.
Sounds rude.
I was waiting for you to come out with something like that. She's terrible. I can't. Trying to stay pure of mind is just very difficult. It really is.
Really?
I have a halo. Oh no, we won't go there. It's all right.
No.
Right. that's been us, Andrew and Julie, the Vapor Mists,
talking about the Hybrid Atty Pro from e-ciglondon.com.
Don't forget to subscribe to us on YouTube, please, and you can catch us on Twitter as well. Okay? But for now, for this, it's bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Please hang up and try again.